Yo, 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 okay. I don't know what's happened. Anyways, it's your boy Samir back with another daily dose of swipe. Anyway, if you're new to this channel, what we do here is break long form, short form, all sorts of copy, see what the persuasive elements behind those, like behind those copy were, who wrote, like not who wrote it, but what, why it worked, why it is what it is, and just trying to find some good marketing angles, seeing if we could synthesize it for our own and our offers or our clients offers. And maybe, like, yeah, think about if think of it as swiping. Yes, we're literally swiping. This is called swiping at its finest. Anyways, um yeah, so like, I noticed that my screen was kind of too small. I should like probably increase it. Okay, that's good. So if you're watching this, you're probably a copywriter or marketer, and or somebody who has to do something with that field. And um, you're probably watching this because you're too lazy to break down a swipe, break down a sales letter by yourself. Because I used to do that as well. If not, you're just coming in like here. You're here for a marketing angle. If um, it does not even matter who's watching this because it just helps me because number one, I get myself out there in the internet. I learn to be articulate. English is not my first language. I'm not a native English speaker, so it helps me to build up that skill as well. Next thing, yeah, I'm in the old copy world, and if you're not like reading and doing like reading stuff always like copy elements, then you're this is what has been like taught by the gurus, so I probably assume this is the way to go. And of course, I've seen like improvements in my own writing, watching and just doing plain breakdowns by myself. Anyways, I'm yapping too much. Yeah, sometimes we break long form 2 hour, like we do a 2 hours and 15 minute breakdowns. Sometimes we just do a short breakdown like today is. So this one's advertorial. I hope you probably can tell if you read some advertorial in the past. And we've been doing breakdowns from truthaboutapps.com for a while because I'm in the health space myself. And Mike Geary, who I don't know how to say it, I'll just go with Mike Geary. Okay, Mike Geary and John Benson, who's like a billion-dollar copywriter. They had this sort of a team back in the 2000 early 2000s, and probably between 15 and 20. I don't know how long their partnership went, and they were making a boatloads of money. Like these things, this was probably back in the days where like people did not know about this. People weren't exposed to these sort of claims. And think about it, like some like these stuff don't work right now because that they just come off as outright salesy, right? But there was a time where it did not, because over time people like this comes off as salesy. That is like market saturation, I'm sorry, market sophistication in action. And all of a sudden all of the people like associate these kind of stuff as sales. So the whole point, you get the whole point. But there was a point where this was not the case, and they were printing a lot of money. Meaning, yeah, that is, they were making a lot of, like, literally a billion-dollar copywriter. So you better believe that they printed a lot of these front end sales, or let's just say not just front end, but copywriting and marketing shit. So, anyways, let's get down to the breakdown. Yeah, I want you to I always like talk about the environment first, and the one what I just said is environment as well. Who did it, why they did it, what was the market awareness at the time, what was the market sophistication level at the time, and all that stuff matters because if you don't know who is seeing your page, and of course you write copy after researches and stuff like that. It's not that like you write copy, you research your ideal prospect, you write your copies, you write your marketing angles, offers, and stuff like that, and you just put it out there and iterate on the way, right? But you don't just put it out there. You need to find, like, you don't just like do broad targeting and just like do random stuff, right? To funnel traffic, and you need to funnel the right traffic in, and that's the job of media buyer slash ads manager or somebody like manager. That's the component in the ads itself. Anyways, you get my point, right? You need to know who is, or you need to also like check off the box on who is actually seeing this. If the right person seeing it, you could have the wackiest offer and wackiest copy, but if it's going to the right people, then you're gonna print a lot. And that's why, like, probably like me, like everybody in the space is struggling because we're just not able to identify, and we're just too lazy to admit that we're not able to identify, or we're just too lazy to not do the stuff itself. To to find the communities or find just like learn media buying and stuff like that, to know like who sees this. Because if like thousand people, if thousand like right people buy, like see a good, like let's say on average offer, they like you could have probably a 20% conversion rate. It could go there, it could possibly, I didn't know, like just taking as an example. But if you did not if you were like, if your target market is like, I don't know, if your target market is people between the ages of 35 to 45 who suffer with joint problems, that's your niche, then you need to find people who are between the ages of 35 to 45 and have joint problems. You just need to. You can't just broad target it to people between the ages of 35 to 45. You need to go a level deep, and that's a whole lot of another game. Probably there was a guy, but you need to know that there's that thing, whole element. Because you could have the, I always say this in my videos, you could have the best hamburgers in the city, but if there's no hungry market, you're definitely not gonna build up a huge hamburger food chain restaurant or something like that. I hope I made sense. It was like I was pouring water into my cup, hot water, hot fucking boiling water, and some of it like um you know poured into my hand. Now this fucking hurts. I soaked my hand into like cold water twice for an hour straight, and still like hurts like crazy. Hot fucking water. Oh. I guess universe does not want me to succeed. It's challenging me. Enough yapping. Again, let's get down to the now. Let's break the actual stuff down. So all in all, to summarize, Mike Geary, and John Benson printed a lot of money by um, coming with a new offer. I don't know what I'm just assuming that at the moment, but they probably nailed the who, and they also probably nailed the what. Hence, they printed a lot of money. And there was like low market sophistication. Their target market is probably people between the ages of, I don't know, 55 to 65 or above 55 and beyond. From the copy breakdowns we've done, yeah, you see, like these are the stuff. You can break down the whole stuff, but you don't know what's going on the back and where the real sauce is. But these people are not just gonna spill that out outright. Oh shit, man, this hurts a fuck. So 7 fatty foods that can help you to get a flat stomach. Incongruous juxtaposition. What the incongruous? Okay, juxtaposition. Now, what I mean by that is, what, like, how can something bad get you something good? Like, that does not make sense. Like, it just builds up that curiosity element. Now, people back in the days who like thought like fats make you fat, which is not the case. That has been proven by the recent studies until proven otherwise as well. My, like, the health industry is always changing. They're always revealing new secrets and stuff like that. So 7 also like helps build that ultra specific city. And like the whole trend, the whole 2010 to 2020 like trend about the, wait a sec, I guess I'm getting a call. I'm sorry, guys. I got a call. My mom just called me. She's not gonna be home. The boy's gonna be alone. Anyways, enough beating around the bush. Let's strip down the copy to shreds and see why it actually worked and why the writer, copywriter, I don't know who wrote this, probably a guy who worked on under John Benson, who John Benson trained. Probably I could be wrong, I don't know, but Mike Geary and John Benson probably worked together. I know I'm repeating too much, but I need to give you the context, right? I can just tell you this is why it worked, and you could go away from this video with a message that I did not intend to, or something like that. Anyways, some of these will surprise you. Okay, building up that curiosity. So just it's just an incongruous juxtaposition, and you spend 80 cents of your dollar on your headline, so it better get that attention. It better grab him by the throat. These seven shocking facts but healthy superfoods can actually help you to. Now I could like not read this, but I want to because I'm in the health space and myself, and it could help me get that get it like lay that foundation on for me. It's just an educational piece. By the way, I forgot to mention in the environment, this is an advertorial where traffic's the right traffic that we discussed like previously, like a few minutes ago, is being pushed to this fucking page, and then here they get educated. They're not gonna be sold anything, but they're gonna be sold about. They're gonna like it's just education piece, and it's just warming them up for the sale in the next page, that is probably this. And the sales letter on this page has already been broken down. Maybe they just tested it, like not tasted but tested it out with multiple different other, like ab tested other sales letter, but this one had like prove like was the control, became the control meaning um let's say one that outperformed all of the other alternative subject line, or I'm sorry, alternative sales letters. Let's say it won the test on which sales letter converted the most traffic. Make sense? Okay, wait. Okay, so the whole point is to warm up the traffic, not um, not to sell anything. By the way, we've already broken down this page on our previous, probably DDOS number 26 or 25 or something like that. We've broken down this page to shreds. I should do it once more because I see like all of the advertorials leading to this specific page. Okay, let's get down to business again. By Mike Geary. Okay, what help can actually help you to burn body fat faster. Okay, reframing the same headline. Okay, reframing the same message again by Mike Geary. Okay, authority, credibility, right? At this point, the anti-fat propaganda has died, and almost everybody understands by now that eating. Okay, I'm gonna flip my hands like a what do you call it? Swing my hands like a retard because I'm like a guy with an ADHD because I'm having a lot of problems. It fucking hurts. Anyway, at this point, the anti-fat propaganda has died, and almost everybody understands by now that eating fat does not necessarily make you fat. In fact, it's absolutely imperative to get enough healthy fats in your diet to keep your hormones imbalanced, blood sugar under control, and prevent cravings. Here are 7 examples of fatty foods that can actually help you and actually help you to get lean. So people probably before this they believed that fats were bad, and probably people at this point probably believe that fat is good for you, which is also propaganda. They're already like they've already started to instill the whole us versus them mentality, meaning like there's a common enemy, and because they are our common enemy, we are on the same side, and so buy my product. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. That's the whole, purpose of doing this in a nutshell. So, as I said, advertorial is an information piece. You're just warming them up for the sales letter, and it's just information piece. You don't beat around the bush. You just give it to them outright. No, like this is it's like a lead magnet. Let's think like it, lead magnet, but for um, I, I don't. Let's just say it is a lead magnet that you don't have to sign up for or something. The fuck? By the way, like if you think why I put alarms, like I forget a lot of stuff to do, and I just forget. When I keep working, I just keep on working, and I forget all the other stuff that I planned out to do. So I just put alarms. You should try it out too. It's like one of the most productive thing you could do, in my opinion. More like the best product you have. You have to let that motherfucker ring like crazy, and you can't even like um avoid it because it just puts like enough guilt on you. The current alarm was to go out for a walk today. Like I had a family event to attend to, so um I'm recording this video very late. Generally I record it after like at during like in the noon, probably like 1:30, after 1:30 p.m. So yeah, side note, is not valuable anyways. Super dark chocolate, okay. Number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, number six, number seven. I don't think that like so. Yeah, it might not be a secret anymore. Let's yeah, you don't have to like read all of this with me. You could if you're here, but I have to like read this because I have to see like how they've incorporated the whole warm up for the next sales page. So yeah, it might not be a, and it's also going to be valuable for me. I'm going to get some health advice. This is the benefit of the whole getting in the marketing scene. You learn psychology, you learn just whatever the niche you're in, like you just know the like this plus you get new information that could probably be helpful for you and your in your personal life as well. It might not be a secret anymore, but yes, dark chocolate can be a very healthy food, even though it is technically calorie dense. So they're just breaking their they're just like breaking their false beliefs and instilling a new belief, which is generally like very fucking hard to do um on your ads and sales messages. So that's why these like your content strategies and ads advertorial strategies and lead magnet stuff, there's a reason that they work, because you have to like instill a new belief. They could like people could be there with huge like huge fucking boatload of limiting beliefs. You might have to like destroy all of them and instill new ones that are actually going to be helpful for them and also for your business, because now you can leverage those beliefs into and associate them with your product and um like help like sell your products. Okay, that's why like you don't like go against the belief in the, let's say, in the sales letter or the main sales message itself. I know I'm being repetitive. I'm learning the game. The first 100 videos are always the bad, I know. It might not be a secret anymore, but yes, dark chocolate can be a very healthy food, even though it's technically calorie dense. Okay, validates pre-existing belief. Let's say like for I'd like to point out an example of this. People back in the days thought chocolate was bad, so that's a belief, right? Now that was a strong belief. There was not like a shakeable belief. There was a strong belief. People believed because it was why, like it was being pushed down by big pharma, doctors, and all the health experts in this space. People just all of a sudden like believed it, strongly believed, because these are authorities. they told us they wear white coats, so they probably know what they're talking about, is what the mentality of the reader is, or the infor is the guy who takes in that information is. Um, but all of a sudden you see some researches that explain that go over why dark chocolates are not bad for your health, and it's being backed by more and more and more researches. And all of a sudden you believe that, all of a sudden your strong belief is now broken down to shreds, because like maybe like another wave of doctors and researchers and guys who are on the other, like who are on your side, are gonna present that, so you're gonna believe, oh no way, like, oh, there's a fall now. That is a false belief. Now this is another belief. Now they latch onto this belief. Okay, people are gonna believe something some way. It's just matter, like it's just a question of what do you believe in. Make sense? There's a whole new psychology, like whole not new, but whole psychology element behind this, and I don't even know. I'm just going over the tip of the iceberg. I myself don't know about all of this. We're yapping too much. However, I would, but when I get off the like this these things like off the top of my head, and only then I would be able to just break it down, because you just understand it. You just get the whole thing. It just becomes a matter of using, not fucking it up. Not meaning that you should not put effort into your copy, but if you like know the market, like copy is like the 80% of the job. It literally is. Sorry, the 20% of the job. Marketing, knowing your market is like 80%. In this case, just one or two small squares of dark chocolate can many times satisfy a sweet tooth for only 30 or 40 calories, as opposed to 500 calories for a piece of chocolate cake or a piece of pie. This hand is annoying me like crazy. I'm gonna get a cup of water and dip my hands on it. Okay, now it's good. Okay. This fucking thing is annoying me, but gotta grind anyways, right? Okay, also some brands of dark chocolate that are in the mid 70s in cacao content or high. I can have a fairly high ratio of fiber content. I've seen some brands have 5 grams of fiber out of 15 grams of blah 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 blah. Yep, yep, yep. I look at the importance of the fact is that it means dark chocolates will not greatly affect your blood sugar and will have a fairly blunted blood sugar response compared to the other sweets. Now, what they actually needed, right? They needed to hear this. They needed to validate. They wanted to not quit chocolate because it's tasty, right? And now they have, like, there was an emotion they want, because they loved. There's an emotion, love, eating chocolates. Now they have logic to justify their actions, meaning they say, yeah, these are the logic behind it, social proofs, let's say. In addition, dark chocolate is also very rich in healthful antioxidants, including a powerful compound called theobromine, which has been, now when you use complex words, you just position yourself as an authority by default, which has been shown to the fat content in a dark chocolate could come solely from natural healthy fats occurring in cocoa butter, and not from any other fatted ads. Any chocolates with added fats or other additives will generally not be as healthy. The reason I say to choose dark chocolates with at least 70% cacao content is that the higher the percentage of cacao, the lower the percentage of sugar. However, this means that any chocolate will generally start to get a bit more bitter and have a very little sweetness. If you like this type of taste, then the higher cocoa percent, the better. Otherwise, a good 75% dark chocolate, in my opinion, and almost perfect combination of lightly sweet with a rich chocolate taste. Just remember to keep those daily quantities of chocolate small as it's calorie dense. You can reap the benefits of the antioxidant and fiber without all of the calories by using organic unsweetened cocoa. Okay, benefit. Let's do this. Why you should try this, right? Implementable, actual solution stuff, like solution applicable stuff. And whenever people see these kind of stuff, information, they tend to retain more information because this is novel. They have not heard it before. Of course, we have heard it a lot of times by at this point, but these people could not have. Some of them could definitely not have, and they would like, let's say they literally, like, metaphorically open a third eye, retain all that level of information they're getting because it's just too nuanced, too niche. Like, who talks about 72%, 80%, 75%, and all that stuff like that? Probably an authority. Coconut milk, okay, same with this, same with this. I'm kinda lazy. I'm not gonna break all of this down. Let's just assume like he says something. Or are we slacking off? No, we should not slack off. Fuck it, we're gonna read it. Coconut milk and oil are great sources of super healthy type of saturated fat or medium chain triglycerides, including a component called lauric acid, which is a powerful nutrient. So, meaning you're making the copy itself valuable, which is why people stay for, and is lacking in most Western diets. In addition, MCTs are all readily used for the energy by the body and less likely to be stored as body fat compared to other types of fats. Along with coconut milk and coconut oil as healthy fat choices, you've also got coconut flour as a healthier flour option for baking. Coconut flour is an extremely high fiber flour alternative. Almost all of the carbs and blah blah blah. Coconut flour is also very high in protein. Blah, blah, blah. It's just they're listening what they want to hear, right? It's like music to their ears. These stuff is like music with backed by logic. Strong stuff. Coconut flour is also very high in protein. Just beware that if you're going to use coconut for baking, it absolutely needs. When you talk about like these nuances, like it looks like they actually care about you. This is not it. Does it not? Like, look at it. Just beware that if you're going to use, it absolutely needs to be mixed with as sucks of moisture like crazy. I've made delicious baked goods by mixing coconut flour with almond flour and quinoa flour in equal parts and adding slightly more ingredients than the recipe calls for. By the way, like Mike Geary, who's like the face of the brand, is probably the people probably know him as well. And I did not mention this in the environment stuff, but people actually know him and maybe like understand that he is the authority. That's why you see like, it is very personal, like you and I and we and stuff like that, right? It's just personal. It sounds personal. It does not like not say anything at all, right? Yes, delicious, smooth, and rich butter, real butter, not deadly margarine. It's delicious, contains loads of healthy nutritional factors, and does not have to be avoided in order to get lean. In fact, I eat a couple pads of grass-fed butter daily and maintain single-digit body fat most of the time. There's a lot of confusion about this topic. In fact, okay, this is handling the when you just like mention the contemporary issues. um it's better because people think like this is fresh new novel information. In fact, I just saw a TV show today that was talking about unhealthy foods, and one of the first things they showed was butter. It just shows that majority of people has no zero idea that can actually be healthy part of your diet. Now it just maintains the exclusivity of the whole information, right? Oh wow, like they are dumb. Common public is dumb. It appeals to the ego. They're doing something bad. Only exclusive group of people know about this fact. Wow, and I, who is a random reader, know about this, so I'm probably benefiting from this. This guy is a G, and I'm gonna listen from him from here on out, and I'm probably gonna buy his stuff. Make sense? That is how the whole psychological element of this information piece is framed. There's a lot of confusion about this topic. In fact, I just saw today, like, oh, okay, there's read that part. There's even ample evidence that real butter can help you to lose body fat for a couple of main reasons. Grass-fed butter is known to have high levels of healthy fat called CLA, which has been shown to have anti-cancer properties and also been okay. Music to the ears. Again, I'm not writing this because my hand is like my left hand, like two of my fingers are like literally dipped on cold water because as I said, I burned my hands. Hot fucking water. Grass-fed butter also has an ideal like balance of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids, unlike conventional grain-fed butter, which helps fight inflammation in your body and can help balance hormones. The healthy fats in grass-fed butter also contain MCTs, which help to boost your immune system and are readily burned by the body for energy. The healthy fats in grass-fed butter but also help to satisfy your blah blah blah. Blah. Grass-fed butter also vitamin K2 also and also involved in comparison. It's hard for one of the most because the hard and vinyl grass butter is very low large, but it's one of the calories, one of the richest butter in color that are same which indicates high levels of hard tuna. Its organic value has also some excellent butter. Okay, you're even giving them where to buy it from. Probably it could be a fillet, but if they had, they probably had links which they did not want because they just want the reader to take a single piece of action. Yeah, so it's not like that. Maybe they don't want them to take single piece of action. There are multiple different studies and articles, probably another advertorial. They're gonna warm up the traffic as much. You just want them to consume more of your content. Or like whole eggs, including the yolk, not just the egg whites. Most people know that the eggs are one of the. However, most people know, okay, new stuff, novel stuff. That's where almost all of the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants such as lutein are found in eggs. The eggs contain more than 90% of the calcium, phosphorus. Egg yolks, a specific part of the mechanism. Blah blah blah. It contains blah blah blah. In addition, the yolks contain all of the fat fibers, soluble vitamins, blah blah blah, as well as all of the essential fatty acids. Also, the protein of whole eggs is more bioavailable than egg whites alone due to a more balanced amino acid profile that the yolks help to build. Just make sure to choose free-range organic eggs instead of normal grocery store eggs, similar to the grass-fed beef scenario. The nutrients. Now you see like the whole carnivore, vegan, keto, paleo, and all that. The wave of these fat diets. All of them came from somewhere, right? Somebody was out there building it, was pushing these propagandas, not just propagandas, but let's say these waves, right? These waves of fat diets. And it started somewhere, and I'm assuming this could be one of those, but I don't know. It could ride the wave. It could be riding the wave, or it could be the one causing the wave. Makes sense? I don't know how to put. I don't know, like, if I could put that like better into words. Okay, also the protein of all eggs is more. Okay, just make sure to choose free range organic similar to the grass-fed chickens that are allowed to roam free outside and eat more will give you healthier. Of course, they do, right? It's just natural. It feels natural. When you like give them new music to their ears, like copy, this also builds some form of assertiveness, meaning like a gradualization process, which is not a new word. It's not an actual word. It was coined by Eugene Schwartz, where he mentioned about like getting them to agree with you, like put them into the yes frame. Like people talk about this, like there are different ways people put it, but I prefer the gradualization term. You just get them to tell yes, 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 psychologically, like subtly, not even like making it obvious. Yes, like isn't that it? Is that kind of tag questions could act as one, but whenever you like use these kind of words, it also acts as the whole gradualization element, but it just does it more subtly. Make sense? If you want more details on X, here's my. So he's probably trying to get you to consume more of your content so he can funnel traffic when you're ready. But not all of them are gonna click. They're gonna probably read and they're going to be diverted in different links because yeah, and you can do that only with your free piece. You can do that with your sales letter because people will be just randomly going into different links. You don't know, like your tracking gets fucked up because a majority of people are gonna go to different links and your sales is just is literally gonna get messed up, like top to bottom. So don't do that. Only one reader, one action, one CD at a time. You could test it out. It's not that it's a must, but that's what works most of the time. That's why they're called principles, right? Grass-fed beef or bison, not the typical grain food. Okay. And see, you're not just talking about the foods, you're also talking about the nuances, how you should eat, where you should buy it from, what quality, all that stuff. Nuances equal authority. Just keep that in your head. I know most people think the red meat is blah blah blah, but that's because they do not understand. Like whenever I teach you all this, kind, don't assume that I already like ingrained like used them in my copy. I forget about them, and that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to tattoo all of these concepts in my head by explaining you, recording this video. That is my whole um, purpose. Typical beaver is raised on grains, mainly corn, and some extra soy and corn are not the natural diet of cows, and therefore it changes the way of the grain fiber is typically way too high in omega-6 fatty acids, including the it also increases the amount of dangerous E. coli in the meat. That is not the case with grass-fed meat. On the other hand, grass-fed beef from cattle or buffalo or bison that were raised on a type of natural foods that were meant to and grass had much more higher levels of okay. Grass-fed meats are also typically contain up to say 3 times the vitamin A as in grain. In addition, which can help you lose weight. Okay, so this is what the benefit of the ideal reader is. These benefits are on the top of the fact that grass-fed meats are a little harder to find, but also ask your butcher or find a specialty grocery store, and they usually have cuts available. I also found a great site. Okay, probably an affiliate deal. Yeah, probably an affiliate deal. You see, there are different sorts, different way to monetize the audience, not just your sales later. Yeah, so you're gonna have better margins and stuff like that, but you also have more responsibility now that you also have to handle the delivery part. Like there's a reason you could also do this as well. Anyways, yeah, 6 avocados. Even though avocados are not typically thought of as they are chock full of healthy fats. Not only this fruit, yes, surprising avocado actually the fruits are super high in monosaturated fats, but also chock full of vitamins, minerals, micronutrients, and antioxidants. Also, in opinion, guacamole mashed blah 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 is also one of the most delicious food toppings you can have to. It's also one of the most tried sliced vegetables and burgers. And first of all, you're presenting a mechanism. You're telling them why it is what the headline promised that could get you a flat stomach. These are fatty foods, right? Fatty foods. Why they are fatty foods, and how you could do that, and what the quality type of quality it is, right? What quality do you should you do, and how you should go about consuming it. Actionable advice. Good. You see, like when you break down this stuff, you just find a structure. The quality dose of healthy fats, fiber, and micronutrients that you get from avocados help your body to maintain proper levels of hormones that help with fat loss and muscle building. Also, since avocados are an extremely satiating food, eating them helps reduce your appetite in the hours after your meal. Say goodbye to junk food cravings and bring on that fat burning. I personally eat anywhere from half to a full avocado daily, and it only helps to keep me lean. Nuts, walnuts, okay, nuts. That this is another fatty food. All the nuts are between in this is another that all nuts are also good, which of course helps to control blood sugar and can inadequate healthy fat also control bacon, pistachios and stuff like that. Try to find the raw nuts instead of roasted nuts if you can, as also try to broaden your horizons beyond the typical peanut butter that most people and try almond butter and add variety to your diet. One of the little tricks that I've used with clients. Okay, clients meaning he actually takes in people. Number one, he's selling something. Number two, it's become obvious. He like number one and number two are the same thing. He is selling something. He's being kind of obvious about it. And number three, he just positioned himself as an authority. Who has clients? Somebody who can deliver results, somebody who does what they preach, like, right? So that just acts as an authority element. When trying to cut down body fat is to have them eat a a handful of nuts such as almonds or 20 minutes before lunch. This ends up being a perfect time to control your appetite before lunch or dinner and helps you to eat overall the overall calories on that meal. I hope that you enjoyed the look at some of the hair. You can probably could list a ton of more, but I wanted to give you a few of my favorites for now. Enjoy. So this is like the typical well, advertorial structure. They're not, forcing a reader onto a single page. They're giving the reader to, hop around, click some buttons and go to different pages and stuff like that. But they have followed a specific structure, headline, some author headline for intrigue and um, authority, and the content itself, which goes over the whole, which just tries to position yourself in authority, gives them the content that you promised for, and you validate the current market sophistication, and you also validate the pre-existing beliefs, and you position yourself, and you get the gradualization process running and build up, us versus them psyches, minimum, like small psyches. You don't have to go big on them, and just deliver the content as usual and give them actionable implementable advice and tell them why it is what you promised it is in the video, and just like attach a CDA, this the but beware section. This has been copy pasted on each and every advertorial, because you might know if like from the DDOS number 28 or 29, we broke down another advertorial. We had broken down a total of three advertorials, in my opinion, and all of them had the same specific section. Not all, but probably two of them had this included. All of these fatty foods may be a super healthy. I've discovered that there are 20, at least 23 popular food that most people falsely think they're healthy, but that actually harm your metabolism and pack on belly fat. Discover these metabolism harming foods. So metabolism harming foods. They're telling them it's metabolism harming foods. Only the people who have problems with metabolism or who just wants to know new information, given that they have spent a lot of time, pouring over these stuff and getting new information. But you also have to take into consideration to not give them like information overload, because that way it's just too much for them to consume and they will just want to take action. You could have the most delicious foods, but if your reader is already full, no matter, it does not matter at all, right? He's just not gonna buy your dessert or something like that. I hope you made the sense, connected the dots or something like that. Let's click on this, and of course we've already broken down this page, and only people who are in the target audience discover blah blah blah. They like actually don't tell the 17 foods, in my opinion. They just give you the first three or four or something like that: whole grain, sugar, and what was the first one? Corn. Okay, okay, and then they give them three solutions, and and then comes product descriptions. So they don't mention the, there's no like 23 foods, or I don't know, there could be, I did not, maybe I just skimmed through the part, I don't know. Okay, maybe I could not, I don't know. We should do this breakdown again. Anyways, but we've already done that. Maybe I should handwrite this again. So that's it for the video. I hope you got the whole point, and I hope you understood the whole structure and you know who it's being marketed to. The target market is probably anybody who's beyond the age of 55. So this is what it generally happens. It's an information piece. Either you're just warming up the traffic, you're building and validating the pre-existing beliefs. What only validating those pre-existing beliefs. Like, yeah, this is an important point. Only validating those pre-existing beliefs that align, that like helps support your sales message, rather than just doing any random, like validating any random belief. And also building, there's some like no like new belief ingrained element to this, because they're just validating the correct market sophistication. I mean, talking about the contemporary issues in the market and the trends, and um yeah, so they're not doing the whole content, this what you thought about it is wrong, why did you talk like think this way, and why should you think this way, and all that BS. This is like a small information piece. the things that I talked about is done in whole long as articles or videos or VSLs probably as well. I don't know, but people don't waste all that time in VSLs. But long form VSLs generally like perform better, but I don't know where the market is headed towards. Yeah, that's all that I wanted to cover. I hope you got the whole element, even though we don't know all of this because we just aren't the insiders, right? We probably stripped down 50 to 70% of this sales message, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, 45 minutes in. I'll see you guys in the next one. DDOS number 32. Here we come.